How to fix a loose, sloppy shifter and stop that transmission leak. You're not dreaming if your shifter for a manual transmission feels vague, loose, and imprecise, like it's swimming in soup. Additionally, you're most likely dealing with a worn-out transmission seal if you've noticed oil stains underneath the car in your driveway. The good news: with some common tools and a little patience, you can resolve both problems in your own driveway. I'll go over everything you need to know in this video to stop that bothersome leak and give your shifter a clean, satisfying feel again. This detailed guide will help you save money and boost your confidence in your ability to fix cars, regardless of your level of experience. Welcome back to Auto VFix, where we transform do-it-yourself repairs into expert-level outcomes. Let's get started. Understanding the problem: why your shifter feels like noodles. When a manual shifter feels loose or vague, the most likely culprits are worn-out bushings, rusted or corroded shifter components, a damaged or missing shifter bracket, excessive play in the shift linkage, old rubber seats or boots that no longer provide proper support. These components deteriorate with time, particularly in cars with high mileage or those that are subjected to inclement weather. Your gear shifts begin to feel more like recommendations than orders when you combine that with inadequate lubrication. That's not all, though. Transmission leaks are another issue with many of these same vehicles. Where the linkage enters the transmission, the shift shaft seal frequently wears out or cracks, allowing fluid to leak and dirt to accumulate. When combined, these two problems can deprive your car of its performance feel and your garage of its cleanliness. Here's what you'll need to get started. A quick checklist of tools and parts. Tools: jack and jack stamps or ramps, lug wrench, ratchet set and sockets, breaker bar, screwdrivers, Phillips and flathead, hammer 3 to 5 lbs, wire brush or angle grinder with wire wheel, sandpaper 1500 grit and 180 grit, pry bar, funnel. Safety equipment: safety glasses, gloves, full face respirator for rust and paintwork. Step 1. Take out the shifter and center console components. Go inside the vehicle. Reposition the seats, then take out the screws that secure the center console and trim. After disconnecting all accessories, including power outlets and kill switches, unscrew the shift knob and take it off. Then carefully remove the rubber boots. These are intended to keep fumes out of the cabin and lessen road noise. Put them aside. Let's get underneath the car now that the interior is out of the way. Step 2. Safely jack up the vehicle. Raise the front and rear of the vehicle equally with a jack, or drive it onto ramps. For safety, always chock the wheels and use jack stands. Before crawling underneath, give the car a gentle shake to make sure it is stable. Step 3. Take out the linkage and shifter. Find the 2 bolts that secure the shifter to the body. Use penetrating oil if necessary because these might be rusted. Remove both bolts carefully. Next, follow the shift linkage to the transmission's rear end. To reveal the retaining clip, slide the rubber boot back. After removing the clip with a pry bar, use your 7mm punch and hammer to drive out the spring pin. Remove the linkage from the shift shaft by sliding it off. You can now reach the leaky seal. Step 4. Drain transmission fluid. Drain the transmission before removing the old seal. To avoid vacuum lock, find and remove the fill bolt first, then the drain bolt. Allow all of the old fluid to drain. If the seal has been leaking for some time, it will probably be contaminated and dark. Step 5. Clean the shift shaft and remove the old seal. The old seal can be removed with a small pry bar or locking pliers. Take care to avoid scoring the aluminum housing. Examine the shaft. If it's pitted or rusted, gently clean the surface with a small piece of 1500 grit sandpaper until it feels smooth to the touch. Wipe everything clean and use compressed air to blow out any debris. Step 6. Install the new transmission seal. Apply a thin layer of transmission fluid to the new seal. After aligning it with the shaft, tap it into place uniformly using a socket that is 18mm deep. Once it has seated completely, listen for a change in sound. Step 7. Refill the transmission. A long, flexible funnel should be fed down to the fill bolt. Slowly pour in OEM-approved fluid or Honda MTF. You're full when it begins to drip out of the fill hole. After reinstalling the washer, torque the fill bolt to 33 FT-lbs. Step 8. Clean rust and paint the undercarriage. Use 180 grit sandpaper to roughen the surface, and then use acetone to clean it. To stop overspray, tape off interior holes. 2 coats of rust encapsulator spray paint should be applied. Apply the second after letting the first dry for an hour. Step 9. Rebuild the shifter assembly. Now pay attention to the shifter. Get a better maintained one from a junkyard if yours is too corroded. Put on your new rubber boots, plastic cage, and polyurethane bushings. When assembling, use silicone grease to minimize wear and stop squeaks. Examine aftermarket shifters closely. To prevent excessive play, the shift ball's diameter must adhere to OEM specifications, which are 35 mm. Step 10. Install the rebuilt shifter. Using new hardware and a thread locker, align the mount and fasten it. 16 FT-lbs of torque. Reattach the linkage to the transmission bracket. Put the retaining clip and spring pin in place. Verify that the clip's notch and the hole match. Lastly, reinstall the dust boots and grease the shift shaft. Step 11. Reinstall the interior. Snap the rubber boots back over the tunnel lip inside the cabin. These keep noise and fumes out. After a thorough cleaning, put the center console back in place. After screwing everything back into position, turn the shift knob to finish it off. Every time you shift gears, you'll notice the difference. In addition to saving you hundreds or even thousands of dollars in labor costs, it's one of the most satisfying do-it-yourself improvements you can make. In conclusion, although rebuilding a shifter and repairing a transmission leak may appear to be a significant undertaking, they are actually quite doable when approached piecemeal. Restoring the relationship between you and your vehicle is more important than simply resolving an issue. That feeling when you shift into gear and it feels like it locks in place? That is contentment. If this guide was helpful to you, remember to subscribe to Auto V Fix for more useful automotive content and real-world auto repair advice. Stay safe, drive confidently, and keep wrenching until the next time.